planner friends. I thought I will do a flip through of my Malden since I moved into it and now have like a system that's actually working for me. So it's an ochre Malden, and sorry for the lighting. It's a terrible day today. It's raining all day and I have no good lighting in this house. Anyways, so I use it as a wallet as well. So I have like my credit cards, debit card, IDs and everything else in here. I keep those. Oh, so here in the back, I just keep some post-it notes. Here I keep some planner Kate, what they're called, like samplers that she sends with her orders. So I collected a few. So I stuck them in here because I used them in my food journal. And I just keep some stamps in here. Here I just have like a running grocery list or shopping list that I update, and then once this is done I just throw it away. And behind here I have more, however I can't find them anymore. They're not on Amazon. So this pocket is from Dayrunner or Daytimer. Here I just keep the receipts because, as I said, this is a wallet, so any receipt that I have not yet processed goes in here, and once I did, I just collect it here until it gets like, to full or the month is passed. Here I tried some color coding with those clear Avery dots that I have stuck here. And so like red is important, blue is kids, yellow is fun, and green is finance. And that keeps just like some random notes. And I just didn't do anything fancy with the dividers. I just keep the ones that came with this planner. And maybe I will update them and make them a little bit more cute because it looks a little bit plain. I have sticky notes all over this place. So the first one is here is just a capture type of inbox, if you're familiar with getting things done. I just have this capture section and like a cheat sheet of like a weekly review. I was supposed to I wanted to do like an index first, to see like in each section what I have, but it doesn't matter because I change it out quite frequently. This paper is from Amazon. It's listed under I just looked for A6 or personal size dot grid inserts on Amazon, and these came up, and you get a 3-pack of those, and I think each pack has, oh gosh, I don't remember, but you get a bunch of pages, and paper quality is nice. It's an off-white, almost kind of, no, it's not even cream, but it's an off-white color, but it doesn't bother me, and the dots are not too dark, and it's lovely, and it's the 5mm, which I love. So this is the first section is the capture one. Second one is finance. So I have my online purchases. This is from So Much Crafting. I have had those labels for ages, and I just reused them because they're the Martha Stewart ones. I don't think you can get them anymore, but they're very great quality and I really enjoy using them. And then here I've been brainstorming, I'm going to Germany in the summer, and I'm brainstorming how much everything will cost, how much money I have to save up for, because I'm taking my boys with me and we're gonna visit family, and do a bunch of fun things as well. So that's what I did here. And then I was actually breaking down, making a comparison of the different stores that I frequent, which is the commissary, Walmart, and Sam's Club. And I just compared prices, and I just came up with, toiletries and cleaning as cheapest at Walmart, food and the commissary, meat, dog food, and other things are, bulk buys, in Sam's Club, obviously. But it was nice. I just wanted to sit down and see, if I can save even a few cents somewhere, because I want to be a little bit more cautious about what I'm spending. And here's, the November spending and what, what I did spend so far. Then I have those Filofax spending, or I don't know, finance, what's it called? Financial insert, I guess. I really like it because I don't have to I can just write down like this, and then I just, I don't use it as per se, how it's supposed to be. Here I just track how much I have saved up for travel so far. And I keep everything else clipped here because I have a few more sheets. Then we get into section number 3, which is school, and this is my overview of the dental hygiene program. And I already did a bunch of those, and this is just how it looks, supposed to look like, what you're supposed to take each semester, and any additional prereqs that I did. And then I have some like phone numbers, email addresses and stuff like that from my admissions and, you know, my advisor and such. This is just a random checklist, what I have to do before my program starts so I don't forget. And I have it tabbed here with those white post-it tabs that I just cut down because they only come like in the 2-inch, I think, size, but they're a little bit too big. And then I keep a context sheet. Those are from So Much Crafting, and these you know, hold all of like the important information for my school and my kids' school, because right here is my son's school like checklist, what's happening and what to do. And then I have a few more pages of this beautiful dark grid paper, which I really enjoy. Section number 4 is health. So I have like all the upcoming appointments listed here. Usually like these are also from So Much Crafting. I just bought a bunch from her, and I just like to reuse what I have. So I didn't order too much like new things because I already had a bunch of things in personal size. Usually we'll put down the name of the person and then just like person specific appointments, but well, lucky for my kids and my husband, they don't really get sick, and they have just like the regular checkups, which are like, you know, 6 months apart. I am actually the one that goes to the doctor very frequently because of my stupid chronic disease. But it's nice to have here. I also list everything that happens in doctor's appointments, and like I just here as an example, like I put down the date, where I went to, what happened. You know, like my left eye got a little bit worse, needed 2 new lenses, and then, you know, just information that happened at doctor's appointments. So, you know what happened, and you can reference, and if there's still questions or stuff coming up, you can just reference this and then call your doctor. Here, just like, whoops, list my symptoms. Oh yeah, I put slits in all of the inserts, like Rowena from Mama Row or Toasty Craft Room. So I don't have to open the rings when I write. So I list my symptoms here, then my kids' symptoms, which are really not bad. I mean, my kids are really lucky. They have pretty good immune systems. Like my son has not even been sick at all. Knock on wood. 5th section is random. So I have my emergency plan because we live in Charleston, and, you know, we get hurricanes quite frequently. So I want to know, you know, what to do, and if we're, you know, staying or evacuating. So I have a checklist here. And then this is like my favorite Christmas cookies recipe that I always keep here. And I listed out like all of the foods that we love. So if I'm stuck and I don't know what to do, or when I'm like trying to meal plan, I can just reference this. There's like all the boys' sports that they did, and, you know, anything that I need to buy, like for example, like I needed to buy the mouth guard. Like for Alex, I don't need to buy anything because he's the younger one, and he can just get whatever, you know, William was using for those sports. And oh, I just added this one. So when did I last, like, you know, change out toothbrush, mascara, clean my makeup brushes, you know, wash the duvet, change the air filters, and so on. You know, like I will probably add to this list because there's still a few projects that need to be done, like maybe like yearly or you know, twice a year. So I thought that was a good addition. And then here are like the upcoming holidays, like Thanksgiving, we're going camping, so what we need to bring, what we need to do before we leave, and then my son's birthday is in December, and we're throwing a party for him quite early, so I already started, you know, taking notes here. And then for Christmas, we're going camping in Key West, and yeah, I have not yet started what to do, but this is still, you know, a little bit further away. And then I have, you know, blank pages here. And then we finally get into the planner section. So I have bought this one here, which is from Filofax. It's like this yearly pullout. And I like, you know, it's quite long, but I really like to, because the boxes are, you know, quite big enough to track multiple things. I'm a huge fan of tracking and like seeing like graphs and how things compare to other months and such. So I thought it would be cool, like, to see like my symptoms, my period, and maybe even like spending. But I have not decided yet because this is obviously for 2020 and we are still in 2019. And then here I have the monthly inserts, which are printed. So it's a physical one from Paper and Cats. And I love the paper that she uses. It's nice and white. It's It's not too thick, but not too thin, so it doesn't bleed through, not even shadow through. I mean, maybe just a tiny bit, but yeah, I just use it as a very regular month on 2 pages. It's beautiful because it's very minimalistic. You can add stuff if you want to. You can make it, you know, pretty and decorative. Here I just added those stickers. They're from Planner Kate. They're like the holidays, and they're nice and tiny, which fits perfectly in those boxes. And I just track, you know, our appointments, or if anything like exciting happened, like when my son finally, you know, learned how to ride his bike without wheels on. And then I keep the current month marked with this bookmark from Franklin Covey, which I love a lot because it is wide, it's clear, and it's very sturdy. And then I just cross out the days with like a gray Stabilo. Yeah, so here's Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. Anything blue marked off here is like school related, my son's school. So when he has early release or when fall break is, I just mark it in blue just so it stands out a little bit. And then I still use some like, you know, post-it notes. And here I already started a list for December, and just keep adding to it. I just like kind of stuck it inside here so it's a little bit more protected. Yeah, but this is it, you know, like all the pre-planning is mostly school related and birthdays and, you know, holidays, vacation and such. And then we go into, hang on, doing this one-handed. I need to get like a stand. Well, here, see, this is Paper and Cats. And yeah, so here I had like a weekly insert from Rowena, Toasty Craft Room, that I had left over. It's like a week on one page, so I just keep it as I want it. And so I was using also her dailies, which are, hang on, where's the blank one? Here. So how do you look like? So you have today, and then your day starts at 6, ends at 11. Then, you know, this is for your schedule, and this is like a general to-do list, and this is how I would use it. I mean, I would decorate it maybe a little bit, and then use like those color code stickers every now and then. And I really enjoy them. However, her store is not open at the moment. I don't know when she, or if she will ever reopen her shop on Etsy, which I think is a shame because I really love her inserts because they're beautiful, they're minimalistic, they're just straightforward, and there's like a bunch of options that you could choose from. Anyway, so this is like, you know, how I was using it, you know, just sometimes not even like really following the schedule or recording a schedule. I would like, you know, use some colors to make it stand out, use some stickers from Planet Southern, which are my favorite because like they're like the matte clear stickers, so they're not as like, you know, I just like them, and they're tiny. Yeah, so then I was like, okay, well, as much as I love this, but I don't want to be kind of like, I stopped kind of using like the schedule part. So I was like, okay, you know what, we're going back to bullet journaling. Excuse me. So we're going back to bullet journaling, and this is how I always like kind of bullet journal. I just added like a little bit more tracking, like the weather, my weight, how much water I'm drinking, what I'm doing. Actually, I did not update it. I did not only have 3 cups of water. But then like the general to-do list with the signifiers, anything like, you know, those circles are events or like very important tasks that I want to do in the house. Like the hearts are like happy memories. Dollar sign is obviously like something financial, so those are my signifiers. And then here we are like today, and this was yesterday. You know, I still record weather, weight, H2O, activity, and then everything else, you know, gets done or does not get done, which will be done here. You know, and I just really enjoy it because it gives me like a lot of freedom. And I mean, everything else, like, you know, schedule wise goes here or on my phone. So I don't need to be like so much forward planning in my dailies, but I still need a daily to-do list. And the bullet journal has always worked for me. It was always like, you know, very good for productivity. And this is just how it goes for now. And this is how I hope it will just stay, because I'm really enjoying it. So I have like a few more pages in here already, you know, ready to go. And then I have like this sheet protector that has currently nothing in it. More sticky notes, like my page lifter that I made, you know, ages ago. And then here, well, it's usually like is stuck in here in this pocket. But this is like a Moleskine grid cahier, and I just use it well, my son used it for his abstract art first, but I just use it to, like, you know, my food journal, like what I eat throughout the day with times. And then I kind of, like, you know, record my symptoms as well in here, just so, you know, I can keep track. And then when I go to my doctor, I can just, like, you know, talk about this with him and tell him exactly, like, how I feel. And then I have some, like, you know, school papers back here. But this concludes everything about the Malden and my current planning system. And I am really happy with it. I feel organized. I feel really, you know, on top of things. And I have, like, the flexibility of rings plus the bullet journal in one. And it just makes me happy. And the reason why I actually switched to it, you know, the bullet journal and rings, is because I finally got those Franklin Covey storage binders. Like, there's like the very thick binders, and they're not very expensive. I feel like you can, like, you know, store maybe 2 or even 3 years in it if you know, if you don't use dailies, or if you don't want to, like, you know, hold on to those dailies. But I can at least have everything in one place, and now I can store it so I can, like, reference it, because I was always, like, dreading storing loose inserts because I never knew how to do it. Oh, and the pen that I'm using, sorry, is this one here, which is the Sarasa clip, the Zebra Sarasa clip in 0.4. And it's beautiful, it's black, and it's very fine tip. And I used to be against fine tip pens, but recently I am really enjoying them, especially when I have to write smaller, like on the monthly layout that, you know, has not that much space. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very quick, very random flip through of my planner, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!